Welcome back. It's Purple Bunny, and today's topic is going to be about crushes. Will they ever love me back? Will I have the confidence to say anything to him? Will Senpai ever notice me? All these and more. And what to do when your crush doesn't like you back. Okay, every story has to start with a beginning. And my beginning started back in 6th or 7th grade, if I'm correct, in middle school, where I met my crush. But he wasn't always a crush when I met him. When we met, let's just say, once again, I wasn't the nicest person. Can you blame me? I was a girl. I was a bit of a tomboy back in middle school, so I was a bit of a roughhouser. And just for all my younger viewers, don't follow in my footsteps, honestly. I'm surprised the PE teacher didn't say anything. I didn't get caught. I didn't get in trouble. But that may not be the case for you. So please, don't do as I say. Honestly, don't. I'm just here to give some advice from time to time. And what I did wasn't the nicest thing. But I wasn't the one who started it, honestly. I was in a group with 3 other girls. We were supposed to be doing a certain gym move to work out. As you can see where this is leading to. We were trying to do squats, if I'm correct. We were trying to do squats. So we're all trying to figure out how to do them, since our weak middle school bodies couldn't handle that type of workout, obviously. So I decided to do a demonstration, since I kind of figured out what we were supposed to do. And in the background, I hear murmuring and comments about my body. Obviously, your girl wasn't cool with that. So, she confronted the person who was making said comments. And my dear viewers, you won't believe who it was. It was my crush. Back then, he was more of a friend of me, but still a crush, before I knew. How we met was him making comments. I know how to choose him, don't I? But I didn't like him right away, of course. I confronted him and I told him, I don't like you saying stuff about my body. Can you please stop? His response to all of this was, what are you gonna do about it? And me being me, decided, okay, if it's gonna be like that, I'll do something. So I slapped him. I'm surprised nobody said anything. No teachers did anything. And from that point on, we had this weird friendship rivalry between us. Everyone in class knew we hated each other. So it would always seem so funny that they would put us with each other. Eventually the teacher caught on and started to try to make us be friends. That didn't really work out because we started beating each other with volleyballs, basketballs, dodgeballs, anything we could. Because we couldn't stand each other. And eventually, I started to kind of develop feelings for him. I wasn't sure, honestly. I mean, what middle schooler is sure when they like someone? I obviously wasn't, because back then, I didn't have that much of a high self-esteem, because people thought it was funny that I wasn't the most normal-looking girl. And so, I was very confused about all of this. Eventually, my crush took notice in this and decided to ask me what's wrong, and actually being a friend. Gasp, I know. But he decided to see what was wrong because I wasn't going back to taunting him when he would taunt me, and I would just walk away confused of why I was feeling the way I am and the way he was acting, and I was still having these feelings. I don't know. He eventually started catching on that something was wrong and decided to talk to me as a friend. He was like, yo, what up? Is something wrong? Am I going too far? And I wasn't sure. Eventually, I told him I just needed some space. He was cool about it for about a week. And within that week, I started thinking, do I like him? Why do I like him? I told a few close friends, and they were confused just as I was. But eventually, word did get around, because some of his friends found out that I liked him. And then he confronted me about it eventually. And I told him, like, yeah, I think I do have feelings for you. I'm not sure what to do, but I think I like you. And obviously, he was confused because he wasn't expecting that. So we kind of drifted off for a bit because he was confused and I was confused. Hormones, aren't you wonderful? But eventually, I did tell him, like, yeah, okay, yeah, I do like you. And I would like to get to know you better in a relationship. He unfortunately figured out as well he didn't feel the same way. He wanted to stay friends, and I was okay with that on the outside. But obviously, inside, I was broken. Your girl was broken. She was sad. She needed some ice cream on her way home from middle school. To which I did, and it was really good. But back to the story. He rejected me. I realized that I had to leave it at that. I eventually ended up going out with a nice guy. As you can see, that relationship wasn't the best, obviously. And when I was a nice guy, I was still friends with my crush. I eventually started just treating him as a friend. We still messed around, making fun of each other, joking around. But that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. I would think the story would end there. But no, me and Nice Guy did have a rift in high school before we got back together. And within that time rift, we weren't really talking to each other. Me and Nice Guy stopped talking. Me and my crush, though, started becoming more friendly again, I guess you could say. As much as you could with a frenemy. And I started revisiting my old feelings for him. And I thought, why not try this again? And if you ever think that, please don't. Sometimes things are just meant to be in the past. And that's just me. But every situation is different. So, who knows? Yours may work out compared to mine. I don't know. But we started talking again. We started being joking around. Me and him sometimes would walk with one another. His friends realized I still had some things for him and started clowning around about it. I obviously tried to deny it, but sometimes things can't be avoided. And eventually he thought, I guess, to put moves on me. This is another side story. This happened in, I want to say 11th to 10th grade. We had, again, PE class. Why does everything always happen in there? I don't know. Maybe we just had the chemistry of gym. But nah, go figure. Well, he decided to put the moves on me, and I was so baffled of why. What was going on? Why is he doing this? I thought he didn't like me. I thought Senpai rejected me, even though he's only a year older, but in the same grade. That's another story. But for some reason, he was putting the moves on me. While that was going on, I noticed my friend and also his friend were like behind us, and I asked him, what is going on? Why is he trying to put moves on me? I was extremely confused, obviously. And my friend told me, I think he's told us he's trying to put the moves on you. I'm like, what moves? At this time, he had a broken leg, so he couldn't really walk that well without his crutches. So my comment was, what moves? He has a broken leg. Apparently, he can't move. His friend started laughing, and he still had his arms around me, and I'm still confused, like, boy, what is going on? What is my life? How is this happening? And why is this happening to me? Apparently, he did have a thing for me, from what I was told by a few sources that were close friends of mine. And I don't know if it was ever true or not, because I never asked him personally. I was too scared, because me and Nice Guy eventually got back together, so I left things at that. I kind of regret not telling my crush of the things that was going on, because he was a good friend, honestly. And he was someone that I would go to advice for in relationships at times. And I feel if he would have known, he probably would have tried to help me get out of it. But, like I said, talk to someone when you think something is going wrong. Obviously, I didn't know at that time, so I can't really put anything on him. But I wish me, if I could go back, I would tell myself to let him know. Because I felt like he would have been able to at least give me some advice or steer me in the right direction of, like, this isn't the right thing that's supposed to be happening to you, especially in high school. But I couldn't do anything. It's done is done. Me and my crush just stayed as friends though. And honestly, I'm happy about that, because he is now happily married And I believe from some friends, he's actually expecting a baby, which I congratulate him. And I'm honestly all happy for it. He deserves someone who makes him as happy as the person who is making me happy. I might have not been the right person for him, but he certainly found the right person for himself, which in all honest to God, I'm glad he did. Since he deserves the happiness just as much as I do. Sometimes in life, you aren't always going to end up with the person you think you are with, and that's okay, because that's life. You don't always end up with the first guy you date or your crush. No matter how hard you want to be with them, it's just not meant to be. And he's very happy with his wife, which I'm happy for him, honestly. He deserves all this. And all I gotta say is, crushes are great, but again, they could also be very crushing in an ironic sense. So, moral to the story is, it's okay to like someone. It's okay to fall for someone. But just keep in mind, if they don't like you back, that's also okay. Because they may have not been the right person for you. And one day you will find the right person for you. And you never know. That person may be someone you already have met, maybe someone you'll meet in the future. It just takes some time, in all honesty. And I wish any of my younger viewers to know that it takes time, honestly. It's not gonna happen overnight. And if you are going through like a little sad heart crush breakup, I guess, things will get better, honestly. And one day you'll be able to laugh and smile and reminisce about these memories that you had with your friend / crush. And eventually you'll be able to move on and be happy that you had these memories with that person. Doesn't change the fact that they're no longer there. The memories you had with them will always be special. That doesn't take away from that. And hopefully you find the person you're looking for. You find someone that's worthy of your time, that treats you and respects you and values your worth. I honestly do hope you find that. And if anyone's watching, hopefully this helps at all to you. I hope it does. I hope this is able to help you in some way, knowing that there are people here that have experienced the same things you might be going through. And if anything, just go with the flow. Enjoy life. Enjoy your time there with the person you like. Because even if you're not meant for each other, doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the time you're with the person. So, why not just enjoy it? Because you never know what can happen. Maybe they are the right person. And maybe they're not. But, how will I ever know? All I can say is, hope everything works out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is still just part 2. There's 2 more to come up in the series. And I hope to see you guys in next week's episode. And if you guys have any suggestions for me to record about, any topics you guys want me to talk about besides relationships, any advice on drawing, anything about, let's say, school life, how to maintain a job, college, just anything you're going through in life, I would like to talk to it with you guys. I would like to talk about my personal experience dealing with my self-conscious. Learning to accept who I am as a person, learning to be confident about myself, just maneuvering myself through the world of life. I hope that I could help someone go through what they're going through. And if anything, at least give you guys a laugh of all the random stuff that happens in my life. And honestly, I swear so much happens, I don't even know why. I attract a lot of weird things in life, in all honesty. But I hope to see you guys next week's episode. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.